Hello and welcome to yet another episode of What to Pick. In this video series I go over a few different starting hands and explain what I would pick and why. And today's starting hand is a decision between today's first starting hand, a decision between Robinson and Phobolog. Phobolog is atrocious, one of the three worst corps in the game. And Robinson, I recently learned, isn't even that bad. Performed quite well in OTML. Let's pick Robinson for now. Let's see what this hand has. Things that you don't want with Robinson in your preludes, at least, is like titanium, steel, or power prod, because you want to use your ability for that. And if it's already increased, then you can't use the ability. Like if I pick orbital construction yard, then I can't use my ability on titanium, which is one of the most valuable productions that you can increase with your ability. Of course, it's not terrible to get titanium prod from your ability. You can still use your ability from your preludes. You can still use it on steel and power or on plant prod, but you really don't want to use it on money prod. So preludes that increase your money prod are really good with Robinson. But I guess supply drop is a really good prelude, no matter what corp, and you could also go for power generation. But I'd skip on this for now and let's see what we have. Well, you could cheese a bit and go for the water splitting plant. Problem is this is the worst bumper. Of course, we already have the 3 power prod we need for it, but we only have 1 playable ocean here and can't even guarantee that we can use this in Gen 2. I pick Comet still, it's a really good card, but I probably wouldn't go for water splitting plant. But what else is here? Definitely sponsors, really good card, especially for Robinson, because as I said, you don't want to be forced to use your ability on MC prod. Lava flows is nice. Nuke zone is definitely great. Those are 4 quite okay cards. We don't have a lot of building tags. Honestly, we don't have a single building tag that we would want to play before we play MATLAB. So MATLAB is pretty bad here. This starting hand is pretty bare bones, I have to say. I guess you could even play Phobolog here if you wanted to. With Phobolog, you could go for orbital construction yard and supply drop, and then pick immigration shuttles. Comet for sure. You can also go for lava flows, sponsors, and nuke zone. And the main reason why I like Phobolog here a bit is because we get more titanium here. That is valued more with Phobolog. We get more starting capital in the form of steel, although we don't really have an outlet for that. We have no cards that we can use that steel on at the moment. But the main reason here is immigration shuttles. It's not a great card, but with Phobolog, you can easily play it first gen. It's granting you a lot of production, which is nice for Phobolog because you're pretty poor. And there's really not much to do in the starting hand. Like if you pick these cards, you still have 8 MC left over, so you can spend your titanium on immigration shuttles. You will still have a lot of titanium left over, but you also have a titanium bread from orbital construction yard, and then you still have enough money to play sponsors. And then Gen 2, you can you hope to find something good in the draft. Main things you're looking for here are card draw, because you want to find cards to pay for with titanium. You have lava flows plus comet to get a prod if you want to and destroy someone's plant. You can even pick up a card with lava flows here on Escrias Mons in Gen 2. And nuke zone is just generally a great card, a really good card in every stage of the game. In the early game, it's good for development. In the mid game, you can get plans for conversion. In the late game, you can try to get the bonus ocean with it. It's just an amazing card. And again, there's no building hacks for MATLAB. We don't have enough power prod to make physics complex work. Artificial lake, we do have some heat increases here, but we have no steel prod, and then this card isn't that good. Cloud Feeding, just generally a bad card. You draw this for free when the oceans are already played, and you can hit someone with Seed Prod, then it's okay, but I wouldn't pick in a starting hand. And then again, Water Splitting Plan doesn't make sense. So this is a hand I would actually go for Phobolog here. You could also go for Robinson, but I like Phobolog here more. But yeah, it's not a great hand because yeah, you will get a lot of development, but no real game plan because you have no card draw. Development always combos nicely with card draw, and if you don't have that, it's kind of rough. You will have a lot of money and not a lot of cards to play. But yeah, let's get to the second hand and see what we have there. All right, hand number 2, and it's two absolute powerhouses, Credicor and Vitor. Both are really great. I think Vitor is a bit more fun to play. Let's see what this starting hand has to offer. Oh. Ecology experts. Maybe we find something good for it. If we find like kelp farming, then maybe we even go for Biolab for the all-out plant prod strat here. Sadly, there's no target for ecology experts, so it doesn't really make any sense to pick this up. Problem is biosphere support I also really don't like. Probably go for Biolab just for 3 cards in the science tech. Science tech can always be useful for Vitor. So what else do we have here? Miranda Resort. We already have an Earth tech on Business Network and on the core. So we can pick up Miranda Resort, especially as Vitor, because we get 3 MC back. Sabo for sure. Oh man, okay, we have a lot of Earth techs. So Miranda Resort is really, really good here. Can we play all of these? Let's say I also want to pick up Noctis City, because that's always nice to have on Tharsis. So this would be 18. So we would have 30 money left over. We got no money from our preludes. What can we play here? 30 money left over. It's not enough to play Nuke Zone, Acquired Company, Business Network, and Miranda Resort. But we could just play Nuke Zone, Acquired Company, and Business Network, because we need to have to skip 2 cards here, right? We do this, we'd have 36, and that's enough to play 10, 20, 24, 36. And then after this cashback from Miranda, we could even draw a card with Business Network. Is that worth it? To skip Sabo and Noctis. We then have card drawdown, but 0 cards on hand, with a lot of development. We could place Nuke Zone on the card, and then we'd have 1 card from Nuke Zone left, and maybe 1 card from Business Network, and continuous card drawdown. So if you'd want to go this way, I think that would be viable. You could also keep these 2 because they are good cards, and just play Nuke Zone, Acquired Company, Business Network, and then in Gen 2 play Miranda Resort. You'd still be... we also have Biolab. Okay, we draw 3 cards from Biolab. I completely forgot this. Okay, so in this case, I'd probably skip these 2 and just go for the all-out production. This is like similar to the first hand, where we have a lot of prod. I'm an idiot. You have titanium from Metal Ridge. I thought we'd have no starting capital. Okay, I forgot everything I said. You pick up all 6 cards here. You play Nuke Zone, Acquired Company, and Business Network for money, and you can pay for Miranda Resort with the titanium. I was completely zoned out there. So this is an amazing start. You have a lot of... I wanted to say it's similar to the first start, where you have insane development from Gen 1. But in this case, you even have card draw, which is really, really good. Especially for Vitor. Vitor is one of the best corps, maybe the best corp, for situations where you have good economy and card draw. Because this ability is just insane when going for a long game. It doesn't seem that big, but it's insanely good. And it's pretty easy to just fund Banker here with your free award. You start off the game with 3, -1, that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 from the co-op, so 6 MC prod, and you have Noctis City on hand. Pretty fucking good, I have to say. So yeah, it's an incredible start. And I think there's no reason to play Credicor here. 0 cards with costs over 20. You don't need the higher starting capital, and you benefit from the Earthquake on Vitor, which Credicor doesn't have. So yeah, amazing start. Let's get to the last hand. All right, hand number 3. It's a decision between Ecoline and Teractor. Both good corps, but we recently saw in my OTML analysis that Teractor is probably the best corp in the game. Like, if we're only talking base game plus preludes. So let's pick it for now and let's see what we have. Okay, really good preludes. These 3 here are probably the 3 best development preludes there are in the game. Every one here is really good. I prefer these 2 over Business Empire, just because I don't like the hit starting capital. But with Teractor, you could actually manage that. And you could maybe go for Allied Bank plus Business Empire. But we are on Elysium, where Specialist is a thing. So there you could even go for Allied Bank Allied Bank Business Empire and immediately claim Specialist. That's pretty good. But you can also go Metals Company Mohole, if we're going Ecoline maybe here. With Ecoline, you then have 5 different prods because you also have plant prod, and if you just get another energy prod, then you can fund Generalist, which is also really nice. But with Teractor, I'd probably pick these 2 in this case because of Specialist. Oh my god, okay, Protected Tabs. That's probably a reason to pick Ecoline here. Yeah, there's not a lot going on the starting hand other than that. Yeah, that's the power prod we need for Generalist. I probably like Ecoline here more. Because we have Feed prod, most important thing as Ecoline. Then Metals Company for Generalist, also just really good prelude also for Ecoline. I'd like to pick up Allied Bank as Ecoline, because it gives you a slight boost to your starting capital and more flexible production. But in this case, where Generalist is a thing, just go for Metals Company. Then definitely Protected Tabs. You can pick up Lake Marineris. Definitely Mining Area. Lake Marineris mainly because we have some heat prod. Then Mining Area is pretty good. Definitely Power Plant. And then you can think about picking up Predators. Because you're Ecoline, the oxygen will move up pretty fast. And nobody can, as 2P game, but you know he can't have Protected Tabs. And if he plays one of the really good animals, like small animals, Ecozone, herbivores, fish, birds, like there are a few really good animals he could play. Then you can just rack him with Predators. And with Protected Tabs on your starting hand, that's a pretty safe bet that you can get that off. You could gamble on Extreme Cold Fungus, especially because you don't really have to play anything first gen. You can, if you want to, play Power Plant and claim immediately. But you can also just take a look at what he's doing. Maybe he's not remotely going for Generalist, then you don't have to claim it first gen. And then I'd probably also not play Power Plant, because if you then get tapped, you have to invest into another power prod, and if you don't find power prod cards, then it's really expensive to get to Generalist. And yeah, I probably wouldn't pick up anything else here. Like, you can gamble on ECF, maybe you find Decomposers really well with, works really well with Protector Tabs. Means he can't use ants on you. Then Ganymede Colony is really bad if you're going for Ecoline. I wouldn't go for Livestock because Predators is just a better option, and Caretaker Contract doesn't make any sense. House Printing, you don't have enough steel prod to make this worth it. You're also going for Ecoline, so you're more going for a rush strat. You already have Mining Area. Probably will put Mining Area on Arcia once. So yeah, I think I like this starting hand. I'd probably skip. There's also Ecologist on Elysium. So if you find like tardigrades in the first draft, then together with the Cream Cold Fungus, you're nearly there. So probably I'd gamble on this. So yeah, I really like the starting hand. I think it works well with Ecoline. With Teractor, I'd probably go for a really lame start here with Allied Bank and Business Empire. Still protect the tabs, gamble on this, gamble on this, gamble on this. You can go for house printing just because you have so much starting capital, and definitely pick up power plant, cheap power production card, never wrong. But again, you have a lot of prod, same as in the first two hands, but in this hand you don't have any card draw, so doesn't really make sense to play Teractor here in my opinion. I'd probably just go for Ecoline. But yeah, definitely let me know in the comments what you would have picked in these situations. And I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please leave a like and consider subscribing. I really appreciate the support lately. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next one. Have a good one.